A Karnataka government survey has dealt a sharp counter to the Congress's vote Chori campaign led by Rahul Gandhi. This study that was conducted by the Karnataka Monitoring and Evaluation Authority finds a clear majority of voters believing that elections in India are both free and fair. In fact, the strong confidence in EVMs have also been put forth by this survey. The findings come as Congress continues to target the BJP-led centre and the Election Commission for what it says is poll manipulation. The BJP, of course, has seized on the report, saying that Rahul Gandhi and the claims that he has been making about voter manipulation have been completely busted. They collapse under the weight of hard data, even from a Congress-ruled state. BJP leader from Karnataka, R. Ashok, who's the leader of opposition in the state, says that the survey is a slap on the face of the Congress party. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has reacted, saying that he's going to look into it and he is going to conduct a thorough probe before he's going to speak. But the big question that we're asking this evening at 6 p.m. is that at the end of the day, nothing speaks louder than facts. And when it comes to the Vote Chori campaign, the facts speak much louder than the rhetoric of the Congress party. And the facts say that elections, the free and fair nature of these elections are being backed by 85% of the people who were part of this survey. The hydrogen bomb that Rahul Gandhi was talking about has been completely busted. Take a look at some reactions on this story, and then we get you the big voices.
BJP is attacking the Congress, saying that the Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi has been exposed by the Congress government only here in the state.
Yeah.
How do you see that, sir? Basically, there is an EVM survey.
I will look into it, sir. He conducted inquiry thoroughly and only will address the press people.
We are seeing how that the BJP is up in the arms, saying that it was Rahul Gandhi who had travelled the country telling one story that how democracy is in danger. But the story here in Karnataka regarding the EVM survey states altogether a different story. Your first thought about it, sir?
See, firstly, it is not sanctioned by the government. Apparently, the Election Commission had requested the State Election Commission to do that. The Electoral officer had sought the help of an NGO called GRAM, which is run by Mr. Balakrishnan or Balasubramanian, if I'm not mistaken, who happens to be the author of a book for the Prime Minister and who works with the PMO very closely. What do you expect? And what is the data size? 5,000 people in over 110 constituencies or something? And what the BJP really has to explain is that in Kalburgi, in the Aland vote Chori case, there is a 22,000-page document that is submitted accusing the BJP MLA and his son of fixing. So instead of answering hard evidence, you come up with your own survey done by your own people and then you claim victory about it.
Priyanka Karge always lives in a fool's paradise, I guess. He does not know this survey was conducted by Government of Karnataka Planning and Statistics Department and now headed by Manoj Jain. He was actually the Election Commissioner for Karnataka and is a government servant. He's a bureaucrat. And as well as signed by Anbuk Kumarji, who is currently serving as a... Both of them do not have any link, or their families do not have any link with whatsoever with RSS or BJP. First, you should understand that and you should know the fact. And out of 5,100 people who have been surveyed, 189 in 102 assembly constituencies, they have very clearly stated that they believe that the Karnataka Congress party, whatever they are saying, is absolutely far from the truth, and they believe that elections are conducted fair and absolutely in a right manner.
I think the survey report has been published by the Congress Government's department. It is an independent survey. You cannot be selective in accepting a verdict of a survey or a report of a survey. The survey has come out very clearly that the majority of the people, they have a trust in EVM, electronic voting machine. They feel that it is a foolproof arrangement. So they feel EVM is a tried, tested, trusted and trustable mechanism. I think it is high time for the ruling party to stop blaming the EVM, Election Commission, etc., and to introspect for the continuous, continuous failure on their party.
हेडलाइन आई कि ईवीएम और चुनाव पर लोगों का भरोसा है, लेकिन हेडलाइन के अंदर की खबर दबा दी गई। ये सर्वे चुनाव आयोग ने एक एनजीओ के माध्यम से कराया। एनजीओ का नाम ग्राम है, उसके संस्थापक बाला सुब्रमण्यम है, वो प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय में काम करते हैं। 2024 में उन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में एक चाटुकारिता भरी किताब भी लिख ली थी। तो ऐसा व्यक्ति क्या सर्वे कराएगा, आप मुझे बताइए। मई 2025 के सर्वे का हवाला दे रहे हैं। अगस्त 2025 में पहली बार राहुल गांधी ने वोट चोरी का खुलासा किया। सबको पता था राहुल गांधी डेटा इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं, उस बीच ये सर्वे कराया गया। तो सर्वे कराने वाली एजेंसी खुद कॉम्प्रोमाइज है।
जो हमारे नागरिक हैं जिन्होंने सर्वे में हिस्सा लिया, उन्होंने कहा उन्हें पूर्ण विश्वास है ईवीएम पर। अब बताइए, ऐसा जोर का झटका, और ये नहीं कहूंगा धीरे से, जोर का झटका लगा है तेजी से राहुल गांधी को। कर्नाटका में उन्हीं की सरकार 85-86% जो नागरिक है वो कहते हैं चुनाव निष्पक्ष होते हैं और ईवीएम पर उनका भरोसा है। तो फिर ये राहुल गांधी हर बार कौन सा षड्यंत्र कर रहे हैं? बिना तथ्य, बिना प्रमाण आरोप लगाते हैं।
Let's tell you exactly the kind of claims that were made by the leader of opposition, and then we get you the reality check that has been put forth by this survey. First and foremost, the big claim that was made by Rahul Gandhi was that there were 1 lakh votes that was actually stolen from the Mahadevpura constituency. The response, and in fact what the survey says, is that 91.3%, which is over 9 out of 10 people who were surveyed, said that they believed in the elections to be free and fair. Look at the contrast. He says 1 lakh votes in a single constituency. Second, Rahul Gandhi had said that voters' names were deleted without their prior knowledge. And what the survey found out was that 67% of the people believed in Bengaluru that the elections were both free and fair. And the third important aspect of what the claims made by the leader of opposition were that there was targeted deletion of voters in Congress areas in Karnataka, which meant that there was specific targeting of Congress voters. What is it that the survey found? The survey found that 69.3%, almost 7 out of 10 people who were part of the survey, said that the EVMs were trustworthy. And what is the size of the people that survey that we're talking about? We're talking about 5,000 people across Karnataka, 122 constituencies. So it was a representative of this state to a large extent. To talk more on this, let's get in Ashok Gowda, who's the BJP spokesperson, as well as Bhavya, who's joining us for more on this. Bhavya represents the Congress. Bhavya Narasimhamurthy, let me start by asking you the first question. At some level, it was from Karnataka, that big rally that Rahul Gandhi had, announced, spoken about vote chori campaign. He also put out the Aland constituency. Do these numbers that come in essentially lead to the fundamental premise of the campaign being completely busted?
So the campaign was started in August 2025. When Rahul Gandhi came out and exposed, showing that Brazilian model's photo, how it was used in one of the state elections in Haryana. But this survey was conducted in May 2025. That's on one hand. Let's think about the approach they have taken in this survey. One, there are a lot of statistical error. The sample they have taken is of 5,000 people, not even 50 per, around 50 people per constituency. Don't you think there will be a selection bias considering Mr. Balasubramaniam, who is associated with PMO, who literally is Modi's man, who has actually praised him all over his book? If he's heading a survey, and the sample size of a 7 crore population is for 5,000, and in that only around 50 people per constituency, and then he comes out and says 85% people have trust in EVM.
It is in 122
and the best part is the best part is the survey questions are not scientific. They're based on perceptions and beliefs.
Okay.
Not scientifically. They didn't ask them, was there any malfunctioning of EVM? They didn't ask them, was there any, mismatch between their, VVPAT outcome and their voting. They didn't ask them if,
Okay.
do you need
All right,
VVPAT to be
Let's get
counted?
a response
None
from
of
Ashok
these
Goda.
questions.
Okay,
Everything
Ashok Goda,
to support the stand of election commission.
Okay,
This was
okay.
as if, they wanted to whitewash.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with our camp, because our campaign started only in August 2025.
All right. You
Let
made
them do
those
the
3
survey
points.
now
Let's
without
get a
the Modi
response.
man.
Let's get a response, ma'am. You made those 3
Yes,
points. Ashok Goda, the fact is this survey predates Rahul Gandhi's big hydrogen bomb announcement. The survey only covers 5,000 people. And thirdly, it is being done by somebody who's close to the dispensation as far as the claim made by Bhavya is concerned. So it's no good.
Not scientific. Not scientific.
It's unscientific.
See, Gauriji, it's very simple. The survey was done by Karnataka government's Planning and Statistics Department and in association with the Election Commission of Karnataka. Both the officials, earlier Manoj Singh ji was working as an Election Commission of Karnataka and he has been posted as Secretary for Planning and Statistics Department in Government of Karnataka. He is heading. And now, Anbu Kumar is an Election Commissioner. Both of them are very fair and very clean men in their official works. Congress government probably has a habit of blaming the officials. In many cases, we have seen that. Leave that apart. Now, coming to the facts. See, Jo naach na jane aangan teda. That is the word which can be said for Congress party today. They don't know how to win the elections. So they blame every possible way, EVMs, vote chori and other things, which actually they have done. So for the person who hasn't jaundice, he sees the world in yellow. That is what is saying in Kannada and many other languages. Okay. Another thing. For a sampling survey, I guess Bhavya is also a graduate from US and I also done my MBA. So in my process, what I've learned is, for a sampling, there are 7 methods for sampling. So one of the methods is what, like, I've studied the report. Yesterday night I studied, again in the morning also I went through, and it says that entire process which was done for 5,100 people, it is very clear for the entire rice pot, we take only one grain and we check it whether the rice is boiled or not.
No, wait,
so the same thing was followed.
You made some 2-3 points. Wait, Bhavya, the fact is it was from Karnataka that the campaign was launched. You can say that this survey was, the questions were asked 2 months before that and 3 months before that. But the fact is the sentiment on ground, no matter what you can call as unscientific, the sentiment on ground which this survey tapped into said a completely different story from what your leader was saying.
When the survey was done, people were unaware. When Rahul Gandhi came out with this campaign,
now the people are at fault.
One second.
The people are at fault because they said yes to a survey.
Can I? No. Don't put words in my mouth. Let me finish, please. Now that Rahul Gandhi came out and he did a campaign against this, exposed the election commission with facts, like that Brazilian model's photo, right? And then, do you know there is a BJP MLA who is A1 in a charge sheet against this vote chori in Karnataka? I would expect Mr. Ashok to respond to that. My second question, 1 second. Also, there are BJP leaders across India who have voted both in Delhi and Haryana. You know that, right? So this totally is, against the principle of one person, one vote. That is exactly what Rahul Gandhi's campaign was.
But Bhavya, I made you finish your point.
When people become aware of it, 1 second, when people became aware of it only after August 2020.
The point
even these 5,000 people that they're talking about, if I was a citizen of this state, of this country, and I go and vote, and if they say, yeah, I believe in EVM, until the opposition comes out and tells
point,
me, this is what is happening.
Let me ask a question. You are going to speak. I'm going to give you all the airtime. The fact is, in a democracy, you can say everything or you can blame everything, but you can't go back and say that because I did not educate my voter, they therefore came ahead and gave me this results in the survey. You said because Rahul Gandhi educated the voter 2 months later and therefore the survey results were different. Look at what you're saying, the argument that you're making, ma'am.
No, Gauri, please,
clarify.
You can't be selective while you conclude. I have already given you the previous time when I spoke for the first time, I've given you 4 points.
Okay.
Because of which this survey doesn't give the result that it is, the right result. And now I'm telling you, because you asked me that Rahul Gandhi started the campaign there, but the ground report was this. I told you that these two have different timelines. But you are just selectively taking my, statements and trying to conclude. That's not right.
Okay.
That's not at all right. Go do a fair survey right now, taking the ample sample size, and see what the difference will be.
Okay.
And the question, people have reported that BJP leaders have voted both in Haryana and Delhi, the same person.
Okay.
We know Brazilian model's photo was used for 22
respond.
with 22
Okay.
different names.
Okay.
How do you justify that? You really think the election commission should do that? Even one vote matters, right? Even if one vote is at fault, then election commission need to answer that. How can you just ignore all of this and say nothing is wrong because Modi's man did the survey, so it is right? No, that's not right.
See, simple, very Gauriji, in Alanda, as soon as the vote chori point came out, the people who were deleted, the first complaint was given by Subhash Butedar, who was a sitting MLA, who happens to be from BJP then. His son and he, both of them went and gave a complaint and also did a dharna in front of Tahsildar's office in Alanda just before the elections. So that does not mean that, these people set up an SIT, which is called Sidramaya Investigation Team, and target only people who are bureaucrats or BJP people. So you cannot believe the SIT set up by the Sidramaya. It has to be a fair investigation done by the Election Commission or any other central agencies. Only then the truth will come out. Okay, leave that apart now. Now the fact of the matter is, if they are so sure, the same thing was said in Bihar. Why did they lose in Bihar? And they got only 6 seats. And what is the vote percentage? And now, whenever they win an election, whether in Karnataka, Telangana, Himachal Pradesh, or any other places, the election commission is working fine, EVM is working fine. But when they lose an election, vote chori happens. See, the vote chori was very well defined in the book called India After Gandhi by Ramchandra Guha.
Okay.
Ramchandra Guha clearly states how the vote choris have happened, how Nehru won the prime minister's election, how Indira Gandhi rigged the elections of 1971, how the elections in 1987 were rigged in Kashmir, and several chemical rigging. All these are the mindset which belongs to Congress party. BJP belongs only in one thing, that is democracy and the Bharatiyate. Bharatiyate is democracy.
Okay. Let's come back to the Karnataka survey. Yes, Bhavya.
The word democracy coming out of a BJP spokesperson and it sounded like a joke. That's what I was talking about. But I had 2 more questions which he didn't actually answer. I asked him, the BJP leaders, about the BJP leaders after voting, both in Haryana and in Delhi, they are posting
democracy for you,
pictures.
sister, is only around one family. Rahul Gandhi's family.
Mr. Ashok, I'm just asking you one very simple question.
No, 1 second.
Your leaders have voted both
till now.
I won't let you get away with this. No matter how much you try to deviate, I'm not going to let you get away with this.
See, please understand.
Your leaders have
who is democratical, who is non-democratical?
Pictures after voting in both Delhi and Haryana. Your leaders have posted pictures online after the same person voting in both Delhi and Haryana.
Okay.
Is there nothing called one vote, one person?
No.
That is the definition of democracy. You have made a joke out of it.
No, but that is democracy. No, when people... One second. All right. Okay. Ashok Goda, Bhavya Narasimhamurthy. All right, both of you. Let me ask this question. Okay, wait. Bhavya, wait. Bhavya, wait. I never mute anyone. I don't believe in muting. But that doesn't mean you don't listen. Wait, listen. And that's the mistake you guys are making, your party is making. It's not listening to the people who are coming out with the survey results. You are saying now that only 5,000 people are saying that, elections are not free and fair. The sample size is very less. It was conducted 2 months before my leader went and spoke about it from a Maidan in Bangalore, in Karnataka. This was before the hydrogen bomb announcement. Also, you are saying, lastly, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, ma'am. You can't keep talking in silos, and that's what Congress's biggest problem is. It needs to talk to the people. There are 5 elections coming up. There are 5 elections coming up in 4 months. in
problems
4
we will
months,
deal
there are
with it.
going to be very crucial elections, right? Assam, Bengal, Kerala, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry. Very important elections are going to come up. Will the Congress come back to the same vote chori if it doesn't win? Because these results tell a different story altogether.
When we are talking about this, we want free and fair elections, whether we win or lose. It's as simple as that. And to float this narrative, I understand.
No, you only say that when you lose, but yeah, go ahead, finish your point.
As a media person, you should never say that. As a media person, you should never say that.
No, I'm asking you the question.
Of course, they cannot hijack.
I'm asking you the question.
No, when their surveys say that, you think BJP is people in BJP are fools? That when the survey says Congress is going to get 140 seats out of 224 in case of Karnataka, you think they will dare do that kind of rigging in Karnataka? Of course not. They're not fools to do it everywhere and anywhere and get caught.
No, what's the point you're making?
What's the
point you're making?
They know that, and they are doing it, the vote chori, where it is convenient and safe for them. And we are exposing it, and that is what is the problem with them. I asked him 2 questions. In the BJP leaders voting both in Haryana and Delhi, you think that is democracy?
Ma'am, you know what? People are listening to this broadcast around the world. In your city, and they are hearing a Congress spokesperson say that rigging is happening wherever it is possible for them to do. This is what you just said.
It is.
And then you are talking about democracy. I mean, come on. I mean, have some regard for the intellect of people who go to the voting booth and decide for themselves. Ashok Gowda responds to that.
Don't try to deviate.
Gauri ji, it is very simple
I'm
and
not
clear.
deviating. I gave you all the time. And I'll give you more time. I'll give you more time, Bhavya, provided you don't make those extremely disappointing set of comments. I'm going to give you more airtime. But you can't get away by saying that vote chori happens wherever it is possible to happen. I'm not going to let you say that because the world's largest democracy is respected and people like you can't keep making those statements. Ashok Gowda has a point to make. You can respond and then I'll give you more time.
See, Gauri ji, if you silence her, I can speak few words and
Yeah,
I
of
can
course, go
conclude.
ahead.
Very simple. Whether it is Haryana, Himachal Pradesh or anywhere else. See, very systematically, Congress people are trying to build a narrative which is completely against to the facts and to the people. See, people also know the truth. See, whenever they go, when we vote in EVMs, it is very clear that whatever the SIM logo I have pressed, the same thing comes out. Meaning to say, the EV Pact also has been found and it has been very accurate. So, people's survey cannot be rejected by Congress party, and Congress party should know how. See, they are insulting a voter. By insulting a voter, whether it is possible to rig the elections.
They've insulted all the 5,000 people who participated in the survey also. Okay, I've run out of time, but in the spirit of fairness, 30 seconds, Bhavya. I can't give you more, but 30 seconds in the spirit of fairness.
Again, I didn't get my answer to my question where BJP leaders have voted both in Haryana and Delhi and he called it democracy. I didn't get the answer. So that shows that he knows that's the truth. The second question was, this Brazilian models photo.
No, what's your message to the 5,000 people who participated in that survey? That's the larger point. They are listening to you right now, Bhavya. And they are listening to the Congress party, to all the 5,000 people who participated in the survey in Karnataka.
I am presenting the facts and you are not trying to respect that.
No, ma'am, I gave you all the time. In fact, I gave you a disproportionate amount of time on the broadcast.
Why isn't he answering my questions? I answer your questions. Ask him to answer my questions. Isn't it true what I presented just now? I asked you 2 questions. Didn't the BJP leaders vote both in Haryana and Delhi and post their pictures?
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. But I have a nagging feeling that this is really going to be the big issue that Congress is going to rake once again as the crucial elections come about in the next couple of months.